Hey YouTube. Alright, this is going to be somewhat controversial video. I have recently became what they call a knife guy, I guess. I got introduced to the Spydercos. I bought my Spyderco Tenacious and the blade's dirty because I've been using it. Anyway, and I bit the bullet and bought the Spyderco Para-Military. And I get a little better shot there. Let me get on the other side of the camera here. Maybe I can do this. I don't know. Paramilitary Tenacious. And the main difference between these two initially really is the cost. 40 bucks shipped to my house, $120 shipped to my house. But the Para-Military 2 is a US made knife. It is a S30V steel. It's a little bit bigger handle. Awesome knife. Then no doubt an awesome knife. I don't know if it's going to come out that's made in America. Probably not. But anyway. But the Tenacious for 40 bucks. I know it's made in China, but man, this is a heavy duty, tough ass knife. I've been carrying this every day. I carry it to work. I abuse it. I skin wire with it. Just anything, I mean, I don't use it for a pry bar because I did pay $40 for it. I ain't gonna push it, but anyway, awesome. Like I said, overall, the Para-Military is a little bigger knife. Blade wise, they're the same length, overall, basically. The Para-Military is a little longer handle on it, scales, whatever you want to call it. I hope this is going to work out. I don't want to shoot this again. We'll sit on the stool. I like the lock mechanism on the Para-Military 2. Being on the back, it's kind of a liner lock, but reversed. Being on the back, I really prefer that. I like that. Not necessarily for strength. It's just handier and kind of safer for some reason, because the Tenacious has the traditional liner lock here, and I cut my finger twice before I really realized to get my damn finger out of the way, because this son of a gun is sharp. And it acted like a guillotine when I had my hand in front of it, or even my fingers in front of it. So which I've learned that lesson, so it's not a problem now. But and I've got the little, I can do it with my thumb, but I screwed it up. The finger flick, or whatever they want to call it, the Spidey flick, I've actually got that down, and I'm really digging it. I think that's easier to do than traditional, with your thumb. I've gotten really used to that. But the Para-Military is awesome. G10 scales. I see a lot of things about it that makes it cost more. The scales are like, the metal liners are inlaid in them, so you don't see the metal like you do on the Tenacious. So I see things that make it cost more, and I'm not saying it's not worth it. I mean, if you can afford it and not really, bother you to pay 120 to 150 bucks for a knife, Tenacious is an awesome knife. I mean, not Tenacious. Para-Military 2 is an awesome knife. Really love it. I mean, I carry this every day except days I go to work, and then I carry the Tenacious. Just because I'm rough on them. I mean, and I don't want to damage this one, I don't want to say, oh, yep, see, there's the limit. I just broke the blade on it. There's 120 bucks, shot the shit. But the one thing I will say, this is where I'll get a little bit of flack maybe, is I will tell people, if you're on a budget, don't even think about the Para-Military 2. If money is a concern, because even for me, I mean, I could buy a spam cam of ammo for what this thing costed, and so that's kind of borderline too much. But I wanted to experience it. I wanted to feel it in my hand. I didn't want to take other people's advice. I didn't want to just say, well, I think it's a great knife. I wanted to have it. I wanted to own it. I wanted to use it. And then I could get a better appreciation for it. And it's awesome. I love it. And the fact it's American made. I mean, you know, support American made companies and or stuff made in America. And for that, I mean, that in itself is worth paying more. But all I can say is if you're on a budget and you want a high quality knife, buy the Tenacious for 40 bucks. It's an awesome blade. It's razor sharp out of the box. It's tough. Uh, Feels good in your hand. G10 scales. Uh, I mean, you get a quality knife. Yeah, it's made in China, but it's still a quality knife. And so my advice is if you're on a budget, get a Tenacious. Don't even think about the Para-Military2 or any of the rest of them, because you're going to be hard pressed to beat this knife for the money. I mean, like I said, I got between these two, 40 bucks, 120 bucks. And this knife pretty much do anything the Para-Military2 will. I mean, there's really, when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, this does everything this knife does. You know, quality blade. This one's got a higher quality blade, I understand that. It's made in America, but there's no shame in owning this one, and it's a great knife. It's a Spyderco. You know, there's no shame in pulling this out and saying, hey, yeah, I got a Spyderco, look at that. You know, everybody oohing all over it just like they will this one. So I don't regret buying the Para-Military2. I just want to, you know, my opinion, my review. If you got the money, get it. If you don't, get the Tenacious, be happy with it, and never think twice about it. So that's just my opinion, and I'm nobody. So I'm definitely not a knife guy. I kind of am now, but I'm no expert. But between the two, either one's a great knife. But on a budget, get the Tenacious and be happy with it. If the budget's not an issue, get the Para-Military2, and I think you'll like it. I'm digging it, don't get me wrong. Love it. But anyway, so there we go, people. See you later, YouTube.